Why, hello, my name is Dominique. Thank you for clicking on my video today. Today we are doing something new and kind of scary, to be honest. We're gonna do like a little get ready with me. I am there's not a stitch of makeup on me. My hair is up in a big old bun. I do have my mirror right here with like the lights on it, and I'm gonna try to do most of my stuff with like a palette so I can still be like looking at you instead of like over here. Yeah, we're gonna get ready today well, it's now currently 1:30. So my daughter gets out of school in 1 hour. My son is taking a nap and I need to get ready because as soon as my daughter gets home, I start dinner. And today around 6, we have a women's ministry at my church that I'm gonna go do with my aunt. So we're gonna get ready for that. And then at the end of this video, I'll insert like a clip of my outfit or whatever for church. I do have a TikTok and I do post my like get ready with me for churches or like Sunday fit of the day type of content. If you are interested in that, I'll try to leave my TikTok linked below. If not, it's the same name, I think. Anyways, so all we've done is washed our face. So I'm gonna like go through all of it. We're gonna try to go through it quickly. I am a chatterbox, so this might be a longer video. So maybe like play it while you're getting ready. So we're like getting ready together, or prop me up while you're doing the dishes, whatever you gotta do, because it's gonna be maybe like 30-ish minutes. It doesn't take me that long to get ready, but I'm a chatterbox. Okay, so like I said, I've already washed my face. I'm gonna moisturize my face, and I will go through like what I'm using, just so you kind of know. A lot of these things are Project Pan products. But yeah, I'm blind, so I'm gonna take off my glasses. If you see me squinting, it's because I'm blind and I can't see far enough to see my phone that I'm videoing on. Anyways, so what I start with always is a moisturizer. I am a dry gal, so I do wear a lot of moisturizer. I just kind of dot it on my face and I spread it out. It's kind of weird doing it like with knowing that there's gonna be somebody watching me do this. Like I feel like I'm gonna get critiqued. Anyways, I put on a generous amount of moisturizer, and I've been using, let me find it, a eye cream from Ole Henriksen. I know this was like talked about a lot a couple years ago, but this is the Banana Bright eye cream. I am a millennial. I am in my 30s. I do need the vitamin C. I need the eye creams. Like, I am getting old. I am 35 years old. So we definitely need an eye cream. I do not discriminate against that. So I do have my No Pore Blum priming water in one of my project pans, but honestly, it's kind of has like an oil base. So I've been using it after I moisturize, and using it kind of like just like a facial oil, not necessarily a priming. I mean, I guess I am priming, because I will put foundation on over this, but I don't think it really like primes that much. Like it's not like sticky and tacky. It's not, I guess it's just like a super hydrating primer, which is good for me because like I said, I am a dry gal. Okay, so now that I'm thoroughly moisturized and primed, forever, I'm one to do my eyes first. I hate to have fallout. I hate like before I would do my foundation and like all my face stuff and then my eyes, and then I have to like swipe away, and I'm swiping away half of my stuff. So like for years now, I've been an eyeshadow first type of gal, and I don't prime my eyelids like as far as putting like an eyeshadow primer on. I just put a like creamy beige type of color on like my lids as like a base. but I don't really prime them. Moisturize them, sure, but not really prime. Maybe my primer would be my moisturizer, right? Can you hear me when I'm talking like this? Anyhow, so what do you guys want to know about me? I am a new stay-at-home mom, so I was the working parent for 11 years, and since last summer, I have become the stay-at-home parent, which I'm very, very grateful for. Last summer, my husband got an opportunity to work at for our local cemeteries. So he's been doing that. And honestly, like, I worked at the hospital for 12 years, and him signing on being brand new he's getting paid more than I was after 12 years at my hospital. And that's even though I like stuck with them and like held on strong through, you know, that big ugly thing that happened to us in 2020. Like, it just wasn't, I felt like I was going to work and I was missing out on a lot of my babies. And my littlest baby is my only baby home still. So he got offered this position like just in the nick of time. Like my middle was about to go to preschool. I had my 2-year-old then. So I've gotten to, you know, send the girls off to school every day, and, you know, got to spend this time with my son before he starts school. So it's been like a real blessing. I'm really glad that I've been able to stay home. What am I doing? I'm wearing green. Why am I putting on coral? See what happens when I'm talking? Like, I'm just talking and I'm just doing, and it's not what we had planned, but we're gonna go for it. So actually, I think I'm gonna go over this. So I was planning to wear this like green undershirt that I'm wearing now with this like beige lace top over it. But I kind of want to wear pink, so I don't know. I think I am going to wear pink, so I think I'm going to go over this coral with a pink shade that I'm working on too. And it's just going to be super bright. Like, I'm not like afraid to wear color, like not even to church. Like, they all know, like, if I come to church and I have a crazy eye, well, that's just me. Like, I love color. I love to express myself with color. I'm not afraid to wear color. Like, I know a lot of, like, my cousin, my sister-in-law, they wear a lot of, like, neutrals, and, like, that's, like, their comfort zone. And I just prefer color. Like, I like to be loud, and, you know, I'm not afraid of it. So what I had on was the, I have a shade in this little Violet Voss 6-pan palette in my Pan Those eyeshadows. And I have like the super bright coral is the shade that I got rolled in for me. So my base is a super bright coral, and I'm putting hot pink on top, which is kind of crazy, like, now that I'm looking at myself in the mirror. But, you know, it's fine. I'm probably going to cry all this off anyways, so it doesn't matter. What else can I tell you? Like I said, I am a stay-at-home mom. I do have 3 kids. I have a almost 11-year-old, a newly 6-year-old. Her birthday was on Tuesday. And I have a 3-year-old. So it's a kind of a good big age gap between them. Side note, I always use the NYX glitter primer literally every single day when I'm doing my eyeshadows. It has saved me so much fallout, like, and these tubes last forever. Like, I've probably had this tube for at least 2 to 3 years. Only thing is, like, twice I've had 2 tubes so far that the actual little like nozzle thing will like break or leak before I can use up all the product. But I literally use that every day. So I'm just going to put a couple little dots on my eyelid, and that's how I get my shimmers to not like be all the way down my face by the end of the day. My oldest daughter, she is very into sports. She plays soccer and volleyball and softball, and she's also plays the flute in her school band. And she also is part of our church's worship team. So she does do worship team, which is really cool to see at our church on the months that have 5 Sundays. So like this month has 5 Sundays. On that 5th Sunday, they'll do like a performance. So they'll like do like a little dance, or like they'll say some Bible verses that they've had that they've studied and memorized. So that's been really nice. So that's what she does at school. My middle, we had her in like a dance class, but because it was like a beginner's dance class, even though she is on the young side, she just turned 6, there was like some beginners in that class that were like 12, 13, and we just felt like she kept getting kind of like, she would get super, like, she's my ADHD child, like, she would get super distracted with the other kids, and like I felt like the older kids she wanted to like talk to and socialize with, which is fine, but there's a time and place. And the younger kids, I felt like she wanted to like baby. So I was looking around, and one of my friends, Kim, her daughter does like a spin baton class. So we're gonna try her out and like spin baton and see how she does with that. We're gonna take her as like a test little run sometime at the end of this month, because that is more like, they'll just be girls her age. It'll be like a 5 and 6 year olds class, which is nice. I feel like that'll be better for her little scatterbrain, and I can't even like hate on her, or I can empathize with her because I am the same way. Like, I'm just as crazy and scatterbrained and like squirrel as she is at times. And I've just had to learn to like hone it in when I need to. But it's very easy for me to go on like side tangents and like talk about random nonsense that like isn't part of what we were discussing. So I just put 2 shimmers on my lid from my level 4 palette for my project level up, and now I'm just putting like a dark chocolate color from another one of those Panama eyeshadow shades, just to bring like a little bit of depth and warmth to this look, because if not, I'm gonna look real loud at church. I mean, this is a pretty loud look, but you know, it's expected by now. And then my baby, he's still a baby. Like, he's 3, but he's still my baby. I don't know what he's going to be into. Like, he seems very interested in sports. Like, he loves to go and like kick around the soccer ball with my daughter. He has a pretty good like arm for like throwing the ball and stuff. So maybe he'll do like baseball. I don't know. Whatever he wants to do will pour into, you know, just like my daughter with sports and my little one with dance and being the center of attention. Like, whatever he wants to do, we're gonna do it. Like, but what else can I talk about? I should have maybe had some like points written down. I'm a chicken mom, so we live in California. We live in Central California, so like ag center of California, and we do have chickens. And we had a duck, but that duck was kind of like a dumb duck. That duck flew over the coop cage into our like backyard where our big dogs are, and the big dogs played with it, if you know what I mean. We did try to have quail too, but they're just so little. So like, unfortunately, like they would get out, or a cat would get them. Like, our chickens are bigger than any of the neighborhood cats. So like, the cats don't even bother them. But the quails were just like tiny little birds. And honestly, like, I know like people are like super into quail. Like, if you're into like game animals, like people love going quail hunting and they love quail eggs, but quail eggs are tiny. Like, you'd have to eat so many of those to like equal one like chicken egg. So we're chicken people. I would love to have a goat one day. and just like stick them in our front yard. Like my husband won't have to mow the lawn anymore. Like it'll be great. But I'm still like trying to weasel that one into my husband. But I would love a goat. I think goats are super cute. I don't think I would eat my goat. Like a lot of people eat goat. I don't think I would eat my goat. But I would love to have a goat. What else can I talk about? I like to garden. I do have a garden that was successful to a sense, but also like, so I planted squash, I don't know how many times, from seed. I bought plant starts. Like I planted so much squash, and literally the snails ate all of them. Like I don't understand how like the snails literally ate every single squash planted. So that was very frustrating. So all I have in my garden right now are like hecka tomatoes. Like we have literally a garden full of tomatoes, and we have chilies, like peppers. So it's great for like a salsa for, you know, everyday cooking. I do use a lot of tomatoes and chilies, but yeah, like my eggplant didn't come through. My tomatillos did, which are like a green tomato, like that you use for chilies. But yeah, nothing else like lived. And I'm like, what the heck? Year before, like it was such like a flourishing thing, and not this time. Okay, so I think my eyeballs are done enough. I just did the corally pink. I did like a chocolate brown on the outside, and then I did like a yellowy antique and like a darker antique color. My brows are just the dystopian color from the Sultry palette. I've used that palette. It's like used and abused and gross and probably needs to be retired. But I love the Sultry palette. I literally have it on my desk at all times, even though I'm not working on it on anything. So I have the two on my lid are from this palette, which is my level 4 palette. And then the 3 in my crease and outer crease are in my Pando's eyeshadows. I did try to do like a little wing with a shade from my Tic Tac Pan collab with Miss DW, but it didn't show up. So it's there, but it's not there. So I don't know what to say about that. But anyways, so now after I get my eyeshadow and stuff done, what I do is I'll put a primer on my eyelashes. I like this one from Item Beauty. It's like double-ended. One is supposed to like give you more volume, and one's supposed to give you more length. So I don't really know which is which. But I like the blue side more. There's a blue side and a purple side. I don't know if you can tell, but it actually like coats your lashes in blue or purple, which would kind of be like a cool thing to do and like leave it, but I don't. What else? I do like to crochet. I don't do it that much anymore because I have a wild toddler. Like literally, if he's not asleep, he is like attached to me, and even in his sleep he is attached to me, and I love it. Like I'm not complaining, but I don't really have much time for myself, to myself. Just like I love to read, but I don't really have time to read because I'm always chasing after someone, doing someone's hair, going to a practice, doing, you know, I'm still trying to do stuff for me. So I don't really have time to like read like that. I'm sure that'll all change next year when my son goes to preschool and I will be at home by myself, and that'll be a whole other change in my life. Like I went from working every single day, like from 5 in the morning on, to being a stay-at-home mom and loving, like I love being a stay-at-home mom. I love it. To being a stay-at-home mom with no one to mom during the day. I mean, I'm sure I'll still have stuff to do. Like I can still like have to run things to school, or like, you know, take care of the house, take care of the animals. This is just a chapstick that's in a project too. You know, I'm sure there's still stuff to do. There's always stuff to, if you're a homeowner, when you're a homeowner, like, you have stuff to do always. Anyways, what else can I talk about? My husband and I have been together for 12 years, which is crazy to think. Like, that's high school 3 times. We've been together for 12 years. That's been lovely. Someone's pulling up into my driveway. I think it's my sister. My sister and I live on the same property. My grandparents actually bought this property. Oh, okay, we're back. That was my aunt. She wanted me to pop her back. Anyways, so while I was sitting here talking to her, she just came in. I popped her back. She sat on the bed, and I finished up my makeup. So this is kind of like a half get ready with me. We got halfway ready together. What I did was, when I last left you, I was using this little Wander Beauty Nude Illusion foundation. I really like it. It's super liquidy, but like, I've honestly used it probably like 15 times already, and not that I use that much foundation, but I've used it probably about 15 times, and it's still going. So I put just a few dots of that on my face, and then I blend it out with a brush. And then after that, I've been using this Ciate London, Ciate? It is, right? I think so. Yeah, Ciate. It's their watermelon setting powder. I just dust that everywhere. And then for a bronzer, I've been using this Revolution Ultra Bonds that I got as like a free gift with purchase from Ulta many moons ago. I do have a dent in it, but I feel like it's not that pigmented. Like I load it on, you know, I'm like going in it and I'm loading it on. I just feel like I don't see that much pigmentation to it. Am I crazy? Like, anyways, so that's that. And then I have the Violet Voss Whispering Rosé palette, and I am working on this peachy shade here, so I did put that everywhere. I don't know if you can see, but I am getting so close. The dip is huge. I can see the little metal bars there. And then I went in with a tried and true, the Laura Geller Gelato Swirl highlighter. This one is in Charming Pink. I do have a pan in there. I'm blind. I can't see if you can see that there's a pan there, but there's a pan there. And then I set it all with, this isn't the Dido spray. I'm actually using, it's the Ulta Wannabe Active Makeup Setting Spray with SPF. I use it as an SPF. I'm a dry gal. I don't really feel like setting spray does much to me except for like blend everything together. So that's what I use it essentially for. And then I went in to do my lashes with this Eye Defy from Half Caked. So now I'm going to curl again. I curl my lashes before I put on mascara. I curl them after I put on mascara, and I hope that it sticks. I know like eyelash curlers are kind of scary. We'll do a quick story time. So when I was in high school, I had a friend who liked to do her curl her eyelashes, and I don't know if like the little like bumper wasn't on the eyelash curler, or she just had like a faulty eyelash curler. I don't know what happened, but she like clamped her eyelashes, and it literally like snipped her eyelashes off. So now I'm traumatized. And every time I use my eyelash curler, I think this is going to be the day I'm going to end up like so-and-so without any lashes. But it's never happened to me. Like, I remember like from high school on, for a long time, I would like test my eyelash curler on my hair first. Like, I would grab like a piece of hair and like curl that piece of hair to make sure it's not gonna like snip everything off. Anyways, what else can I tell you now that I'm done and I was rudely interrupted. No, my aunt is like literally the only adulty adult I have left in my life. Well, we could talk about that. So when I was 11, and I only have one sister. She's 9, or she was 9 at this time that I'm telling the story. When my sister was 9 and I was 11, my mom just like went to work one day and never came back. Yeah, trauma. We reconnected a little bit. You know, we tried to do the back and forth every other weekend nonsense, and it just didn't work for us. Kudos to you guys who make it work, but it just did not. It was not it for us. So that all happened. And then after I had my daughter, so fast forward, I'm 24 years old. Like 2 years after I had my daughter, my mom passed away. She had a heart attack driving. Trauma. And then like a year and a half after that, my dad passed away. He had an allergic reaction to a medication that he'd been on forever. So that was very traumatic, especially being like his oldest, being the next of kin for him. Like, even though it was a family decision and it was a topic that we had spoken about, because he wasn't the healthiest man. I had to be the one to go tell the nurse, hey, we're ready to turn off the machine. Trauma. And then like a year and a half later, my little grandma, who was like growing up was like my mama, like she's who taught me to cook, taught me how to take care of myself, taught me to love the Lord. Like, she was my mentor through it all. She passed away, but she passed away of old age. Like, that's a story for another day. She like came home on hospice and we took care of her here at home until she got called home. So and it's just me and my sister. And my dad was just him and his sister, my aunt that just came over. So it's crazy because in this last couple of years since my grandma's passed away, my dad's passed away, like everyone has passed away. Like, my aunt and I have become very, very close. So we'll like talk on the phone for like an hour. We hardly go a couple of days without seeing each other. Like, she's always stopping in here, or like she lives down the street, so like we'll go on like a little morning walk and go see her. We go to the same church. We try to have like a family dinner after, family lunch after. And she's who my kids know as like their grandparent, you know. My in-laws too have passed. I never met my father-in-law. He passed away when my husband was a teenager. And then my mother-in-law, like a year or so after my grandma passed away, we moved her in with us on hospice, and she unfortunately passed away also of cancer. So my aunt is who my kids call abuela. You know, that's their grandma. They call her abuela. They know that she's not their grandma, but they hold her in that regard. And like her partner, that's their Papa Hector, you know. And even like my cousin's ex father-in-law, like we're still very close to them and their family, and she calls him Papa Conrad, you know. Like, I am very fortunate that in my unfortunate circumstances with my parents and my in-laws, I have people that my kids can still connect with. You know, I think that like older people and having an older generation around is very, you know, important in someone's life. And so I'm very fortunate to have that. Like, yes, I have my sister still. Yes, I have my sister-in-laws. I have a brother-in-law also. But like parents, we don't got. Like, it's just us. We are the adults. So I try to keep my aunt in a bubble so she doesn't go anywhere anytime soon. But anyways, it's a little bit about me. If you have any questions, please feel free to let me know. I will do like an outfit, you know, after my hair gets done too. It's too hot to do my hair right now. It's only like 2 something. And we're gonna go like at 5:30, so we have like 3 hours. But I have to cook dinner. My daughter will come home. My husband will come home. Like, I'm busy until then, and I took an opportunity and ran with it. But I will put in a clip of what I wore and the final hurrah. Anyways, thank you for hanging out. Thank you for the like and the chaos. Again, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask me. I am an open book. You ask me and we'll talk about it. Bye.